So, we are currently in Montador, a desert village that a masked gentleman, as he calls himself, is performing miracles in, but these miracles we're afraid could harm people at some point, so we want to stop him. And he wants to perform a final miracle, and we're currently trying to figure out where he wants to do that or what he wants to perform, and we're trying to stop him before he can injure people. That makes sense. So yeah, that's where we ended up with. We finished Professor Layton's past yesterday, and now we're back here trying to figure out said last miracle. Damn it. Which one is it? Display toggle there. Wrong display for my tablet, but hey, that's fine. Okay, I want both, that's better. I can actually click both. Hello there, Veteran. Hope you're doing well. Nice to see you. But yeah, at the Lador's house, Layton finds Henry's attitude as tense as terse as ever, but he also has a surprise encounter. I'm gonna... Hold on. Ah, okay. Very short responses, basically, to translate terse. But he also has a surprise encounter. Randall's mother's living with the Ladors. After talking to her, Layton decides to head to the city hall. So we are currently at the city hall because we want to ask the mayor for some info on stuff. We need to figure things out with him. So yeah. Hello Layton, come to join our little fact-finding party? Mr. Mayor, we need some information. Oh, information, eh? How can I help you? I'd like to see the record detailing all the land, properties and assets belonging to Henry Lador. Hold on, Layton, I can't just give you that. What's this got to do with the masked gentleman anyway? Henry has given his permission. This information may just save the city and everyone in it. Really? Well, if Henry Lador has allowed it, who am I to interfere? But first, won't you solve this puzzle for me? It's been giving me no end of trouble. Because that's the most important thing real right now, but sure. Ah! No, again. Okay, 2 white and 2 black pawns in each. Problem is this part there. Can split these in 2 again like this. It would not make that. Like, the thing is, it's the same as last time. That would kind of work, but also not, and that's a problem. So it needs to be a different... Question is, I mean, this white belonging to this makes sense. Or to this. Maybe an F like that will work. Hold on. Not quite. But that won't mirror anymore. Does that work? No, because then I have 3 in there. Damn it. Of course, we're starting off with one of those where my brain absolutely doesn't want to function. So we're back at the mirrored state, damn it. I hate that. Could also be something like this in a weird way. But it can't, because then that would include that. My brain can't handle this right now. Yeah, I did that already. Can include all the pawns in the leftmost column within one section. Okay. Maybe like that. Yeah, okay. That actually helps. I just needed the other hint there. Okay, yeah, my brain is absolutely not awake still. But hey, it's fine. I got it. I'm like not like I'm trying to again not use hint coins, but for the fluency, like if I just like sit here and like I try to finish the game and I spend like 20 minutes on one riddle, well that's not helpful. And I'm already spending like a good 10 minutes on this, so oof. Or 7 minutes, I guess, with the dialogue. Ah, grand. Well, then I get you that information as promised. Michelle, could you please fetch me the record of Mr. Ledor's property and assets? I took the liberty of getting it while you were busy on that puzzle, Mr. Mayor. Here it is. Ah, how astute of you, Michelle. Now, then this record's detailing all the properties under Mr. Ledor's control. Let's see. So it's true. I trust you not to go spreading this around, alright? It's sensitive stuff. I can make you a copy if you need one. Just please keep all this to yourself. Not like the asset manager that they have that completely spreads it to everybody that asks him how their businesses go. But hey, thank you, Mr. Mayor. This is invaluable information. Ah, just who I was looking for. Mr. Layton, could you meet us in the briefing room? The chief would like a word. Very well, thank you. The briefing room. How did a blast-masked gentleman pull off Tingletown's stunt? Perhaps I may be able to explain it to you later, but for now our time would be better spent determining his next course of action. Something that can't be seen from anywhere in town? If he intends to involve the whole city, we need to stop him before it's too late. I'm going to put this masked gentleman behind bars even if I have to build a cage around the city to do it. I suppose that means we'll see you charging around all over town again later. Unlikely. I wanted to see if he has a riddle, but no. Seems the masked gentleman turned about Tingletown last night. We heard about him from Mr. Lador. Yes, Chief Inspector, that's correct. We haven't seen the end of this case yet. Everyone in the fairground just seemed to have vanished all at once. As long as the masked gentleman is on the loose, we can expect more of his tricks. Alright, I believe you, Layton. This doesn't mean that Dodson is off the hook, but we need to broaden the search. Have there been any recent developments? Detective Bloom is at the racecourse. He said he's found something there. If you head up now, you should be able to catch him. Thank you. We'll head straight there. Off to the racecourse we go. It's already dark. Hey, it's dark already. We have to hurry if we want to find out where the masked gentleman will strike next. Layton, why didn't you tell me that the masked gentleman was at the reunion and... at the reunion and... Well, that's news to me, Inspector. Haven't you talked to Bloom yet? The masked gentleman is hiding in the biggest hotel in Montador, the first to be built here. That's got to be where he'll be doing his next trick. As it happens, we were just on our way to talk to Detective Bloom. Hurry up and then come and meet me at the reunion inn. For the yard! Ching. The reunion inn, of course. The first built inn in town, and I knew she had a riddle. There's something I've been dying to tell Grosky, but he's always busy running off somewhere or another. Have you got some new evidence? Well, it seems the police have been gossiping about a certain young lady. They said she's been chasing after the masked gentleman. She's even racing across rooftops earlier. Perhaps she's an accomplice of the masked gentleman. Oh no, it's the crazy magic lady. That's pretty good theory, but somehow I doubt it. I have a sneaking suspicion this woman is chasing Inspector Grosky. Or that one. What? A vile shadowy minx stalking my beloved? Oh, the smelling salts won't be potent enough. I need a puzzle to calm myself down. I think she meant you, but okay. Let's see. What? Someone sent a letter and a set of photos to a friend of theirs. Here are photos we all took when we went on holidays. There should be 9 in total. I'll present them all. Sadly, it looks like neither of us had a photo taken with each person in the group. Like you snapped more of me than you. Stop hogging the limelight next time. Who sent this letter and who received it? Looks like neither of us had a photo taken with each person in the group. I think we snapped more of me than you. Asset screen. So, to make it visually easier. Tortuga. You know what? I'm gonna do a PokeCast. I haven't caught any Pokemon in the game here for a long while. Why not? Keep the game alive, you know. Okay, so let's make it visually more working. Old lady. Hold this. Old lady. Old lady. Old lady. And we have the young girl. We have this gentleman. have this gentleman. So on way more photos, that means we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the brown guy, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of the blue guy, 4 of the lady and 4 of the girl. So it can neither be... no, 5 of the girl. But that means if it's more and not the same... Nice. That means the one with the smallest amount, being the lady, could be the receiving end and not the sender. And then... sadly, it looks like neither of us had photo taken with each person in the group. Okay. So, we have blue and red, blue, pink and red, and blue and brown. We have red and blue, red and pink. Or, yeah, red and blue, red and pink, red, blue, pink. But no red or brown, red and brown. That means the lady is likely the receiver. Because I think we snapped more of me than you. She has the least amount and she doesn't have a photo with everybody. Next up, the little girl. She's with red, she's with blue and red, and she's with brown. That means it's not a girl. Brown is with blue, brown is with these two, but brown is not with red. That means the sender is likely brown, right? Let's see how many he had. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and she had only 4. And they both don't have a picture with each other, so that makes sense. There we go. Okay, not bad, not bad.
All in a day's work.
And that was from B to C. Yes, indeed. They don't have pictures together. Very good, thanks for helping me relax. I have mixed feelings about this other Grosky fan. She dared trying to steal him away, but she joins the club path. I might want her off. She could be my secretary. I mean, she doesn't seem to realize that we were talking about her. That runaway train attitude seems to me of reminds me of Grosky himself. Maybe they are a good match. Yeah. Seems like that. Oh, hello there, accountant. Ah, good evening. Seems a veritable humbug of quantitative information this week. Yes, indeed. Hello, Murphy. Yes, I've just been here watching Mr. Lador's fortune grow. Well, that's good news for Henry. And since I manage this wealth, I feel immensely gratified every time it increases. Then it's also good news for you. Here's an idea. If you would entrust me with your savings, I could make you rich. How about that? Oh no, thank you. My finances don't really require much management. No? Well, it's your loss, so at least lack of gain. Yeah, I think it also has to do not only with you, but how they manage still, but hey. There they are. We haven't talked much with Bloom at all. And we've never really seen, like, or talked to him much, you know? Like, he was not in the previous games. He is a different investigator from Scotland Yard, so we haven't really interacted with him. Like, Grosky, yes? But not him. Professor, we determined who took the chariot. And did this information lead you to the masked gentleman's identity? If only it were this simple. Seems our man blended in flawlessly with the chariot's inspectors. We're looking at a master of disguise here. He and his associates deconstructed the card and then told Mr. Lador that it needed to be repaired. And when they were done using it, the parade, they brought it back here and reassembled it. I see. Then what exactly do you believe is the masked gentleman's intention? He wants the mask of order, so it has to have some definite significance to him. As for what he plans to do with the mask, well, I'm at a loss. All we can say is that his intentions are undoubtedly malicious. Detective Bloom, you believe that the masked gentleman is currently at the reunion inn? Most definitely, it's a perfect location for his purposes. I don't think he'll be leaving it anytime soon. There's a tram stop near here that goes right by it. Still, I have a few leads to check. Would you mind investigating the reunion in my stead? Not at all. As a matter of fact, we already intended to do so. I appreciate it, Professor. Now please excuse me, I must be off. So how did you get to, like, it pointing towards the reunion inn, though? Because, like, what information did you get to point there? That's very suspicious. He's really very thorough with his work. What other leads do you think he was talking about? Do you think he's working on something else? I really couldn't say. So what now, Professor? Based on what we witnessed so far, I considered Henry the main suspect. But it seems that's just what the masked gentleman wanted me to do. Told you guys. Too obvious. All along, he's been trying to incriminate Henry with a bag of manipulative tricks. He knew that when his miracles were exposed, our roads would lead to Henry. So the masked gentleman, whoever he is trying to frame Henry? But we know it isn't Mr. Dodson. Who else could it be? I got a frog caught in my throat. Let it jump out there so it's not as scratchy anymore. I don't know, not yet anyway. Let's head to the reunion now. It's very suspicious that he leads us there. And I knew he had a red dot, that was too obvious. Can't believe someone made off with one of the cards without my knowledge. This is no pretty criminal, isn't it? Indeed, it's not. I have the impression our culprit is rather accustomed to this sort of work. Not only that, but this kind of operation would require money, time, the help of others, and a familiarity with the town. I see. Well, I do hope the police bring him to justice soon. I don't suppose I could tempt you with a puzzle before you go, could I? Always. Okay. Day at the races. Hurry, the races are on. 3 groups of tradespeople have been invited to watch tailors, winemakers, and upholsterers. The seating areas for each group have been arranged so that the sponsors can tell at a glance which is which. Can you tell which group of tradespeople are sitting in the yellow area? That looks like a bottle, that looks like a chair, so that looks like a shirt.
How about
clothes.
this?
Also, they could only tell at the over-the-top map,
Puzzles
like
are made to be solved.
bird's eye view map, but hey. Correct, the red seating area is shaped like a shirt, so that when the upholsterers will sit, the blue seating area is in the shape of a bottle, the winemakers will be sitting there, and finally the yellow is shaped like a shirt, so that's where the clothes makers sit. I can't in good conscience keep the racecourse open with the masked gentleman, are they? Do you mean because we might be inadvertently creating an audience for one of his miracles? Yes, exactly. To be fair, we're trying to solve this pretty quickly, so don't worry about that. According to Detective Bloom, we should be able to access the reunion inn from the tram station. How do we get tickets? I explain. Blah 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 blah. Easy peasy. So the reunion inn is the grandest hotel in the city. I'm getting excited. Let's buy our tickets and get going. And you can see the tram tunnel here. It's like leading straight under the race course, interestingly enough, it seems like. Or whatever that is. But yeah. Now where shall we go? Reunion Inn.
Whoa! So this is the reunion inn.
That looks amazing. That's like precisely the Professor Layton
How are we
architecture I
going
was
to look for
missing
the
from this
masked
game.
gentleman in a huge place like this?
One room at a time, I suppose.
One room at a time. Okay, well, this sounds a bit tedious considering there's probably hundreds and hundreds of rooms, but hey, who am I going to say that, you know? Paradox cufflinks, huh? Yeah, how does it stay up? That's always Professor Layton architecture question. How the heck does this stuff stay up? But hey, it does stay up, and that's the most important part. At least for now, hopefully. You know what I mean? Maybe he's thinking it's the reunion inn because it's actually quite a large building that can be seen maybe from a decent bit out of town. You know what I mean? Okay, hi there. You don't have any fingers. Friends, Romas, gentlemen, let me hear yours. You're on an outing to the reunion, and the tiny sparrow tells me that under the most starry skies, those that wait here are reunited with an old friend. Now I see the rumors are true. Well, suppose you're right, Aldous. My good gracious and genteel man, please bear with me, for I must know how many puzzles you have solved. You fulfill the quota that the gentleman should and could. Oh, salubrious a day, most learned gentleman you are. You have not betrayed my expectations. Please go right on ahead. Shall be watching over you from below, ever your good friend. Okay, so we needed to talk to him to be able to make it past anyway, so that's good. So this is the reunion inn? It's definitely much bigger than our hotel. Now this is somewhere I could get used to. Given the name, my brother Henry has some special feelings for this hotel. So this is where it all began? Yes, this hotel was an expansion of the first building that Henry put up while he searched for Randall. He never gave up hope that he might meet his friend again one day. Yes, Henry never gave up. Oh, look, another... No? Not a suitcase riddle? It looked like it would be one. Talk to this guy. To Mordaunt. Met him before in other games. Good evening and most humble welcome to the reunion inn. Mr. Mordaunt? Quite so, I've never mentioned it, have I? Among my many duties to Mr. Lador, I also happen to be the manager of this hotel. This way, please, we've been expecting you. I heard from Mr. Lador that the masked gentleman is believed to be hiding here. We're not entirely sure yet, but we'd like to investigate the premises. Yes, of course, we most appreciate if you could find him before he strikes again. But I do have one condition. I'm aware that Mrs. Lador invited you here. However, I also understand that you once suspected Mr. Lador in the recent incident. As we stand, I cannot in good faith cooperate with you. I'm Mr. Lador's personal assistant, if you remember, but perhaps to convince me your intentions are true, would you be so inclined as to solve this puzzle? Because a puzzle tells you a lot about people. Number for the door of room 2134 in this hotel have mysteriously gone missing. Our place management are using long rectangular plates. If the 2 and 1 and 3 are represented by the plate shown, then which plates A to D should be used in place for the 4? Two, 1, 3, huh? 2, 1, 3, 4. So 2, 1, 3. Why are these identical? Then 4 needs to be this, right? C, right? Because it's like 2, 1, 3, and then 4 needs to be C, or doesn't it? Okay, let's try.
Just a dash of puzzle solving here.
No?
A tough nut to crack.
Must be a particular way to affix those plates to the door. Yeah, I thought in like Roman numerals or something. Like this one like that to make like a 1 in the center. This one to the left, so it's actually a 3. As for the 2, that's stumping me a bit, I guess angled. But yeah, then I would have thought that the 4 maybe like on the side and then you have the place here, but maybe not. And this bottle shape just doesn't make sense to me at all, because it's like, there's no way to have fixed that to make a 4 like that. It could be this one. This one is missing something. If it had like another line here, it would work. Maybe it's A. Maybe the negative space
Just
of
a
A
dash
there
of
makes it
puzzle
4.
solving, huh?
No, I didn't think so. Is it the bottle?
A
How could
tough
it be the
nut to
even?
crack.
Yeah. No. How could it be the even number? It must be the bottle somehow, right? Like they must make this one... Because this one doesn't make a 4. There's still space here too much. So it must be D
I
somehow,
believe
right?
I have this one.
Yeah.
Solving puzzles
I
is
am
truly
too
a
tired to
pleasure.
visualize this. Okay, that is just... Okay, so the lines are loose. Okay. Aha, I thought I would place them differently in the slots to like make the numbers. Fair. Didn't expect that was how the solution goes, but it makes sense. Simply splendid, Professor. You have fully convinced me of your intentions to help Mr. Lador. I shall assist you however I can. It's the largest hotel in Montador. We also have the most rooms. If you need help investigating the place, you need only ask. It's reassuring to have you on our side. Prepared the room guide for you. You find it on the touchscreen wherever you are in the hotel. Just indicate the room you wish to search and we will guide you there. When you wish to leave the reunion and touch the door. Can't thank you enough. No trouble at all, Professor. Our motto here is arrive at a stranger, depart a friend. Let me know if you need anything else. I've memorized every inch of this hotel, so please don't hesitate to inquire about anything. Are there any rooms there that are regularly used by Mr. or Mrs. Lador? Yes, I believe I can help you there. As a matter of fact, I was specifically intending to ask you to investigate such a room. Well then, I'd like to see it. Yes, right this way. So my approach to finding a person that could maybe meet a masked gentleman would be to be like, hey, who even was in the hotel and is still staying in the hotel from the timeline the miracle started? And then we know it's a man, except for if they have a voice changer, but I don't think he has. So you can like filter up by that and then just search the rooms of those people. And what is this room exactly? This is the private office where Mr. Lador conducts his research. This isn't quite as tidy as his study. Well, Mr. Lador is a very busy man and the cleaning staff are under no circumstances to be allowed in here. You find all the documents related to town administration and planning archived here. So which part was the original in? This part? This part? Probably like this part, right? It's interesting. Why did you show us this room, Mr. Mordaunt? Because I want you to know the truth. This room is filled with the hopes and dreams of Mr. Lador, even though he had, as he built Montador... every thought he had as he built Montador remains here. Tired brain cannot read. I imagine any doubts you might still have about him can be cleared up here. Please feel free to investigate this room as long as you'd like. This was the same as the one that was in Randolph's room, and his toy. So after all that, Henry was still... Professor, at the back of this office is a record room where Mr. Lador keeps various important documents. Since you are already here, would you care to see it as well? Hope it to be thorough in aiding your investigation. Yes, of course. Emmy, Luke, I'll be away briefly to investigate the records room. Could you two continue investigating this room while I'm gone? Leave it to us, Professor. Then, Mr. Mordaunt, please lead the way. As you wish. So yeah, they are gonna be separated. That means Professor Layton finds out something he's not gonna tell us that we're gonna hear in the final review, right? Come on, Luke, let's see if we can search the entire room before the professor gets back. Yeah, but we should stay before and inspect anything that looks suspicious. Yeah, my Luke voice is now all over. It's fine. So that's the, well, that he had in the original room. This wall is covered with writing. The professor said it looks just like a wall in Randall's room. Wait, you don't think he took the wall from Randall's house and brought it here to you? It's possible. This is the city of miracles, after all. It must contain some clue about the ruins, but it's all in code. Can you read what it says? Maybe. If I had a library on hand and a few years to spare, he must have had some other reason for bringing it here beyond just trying to decipher the writing. Right, if that's all he cared about, he could have just copied it or taken a picture. Yeah, it looks like he may have taken like the wallpaper and the notes off completely. A toy. This picture frame has a photo of some children in it. Henry and Randall. It looks like Henry, but who's that next to him? Is that the professor? No, that must be Randall. They look like siblings. And look, isn't that robot the same one Henry's holding in the picture? I think you're right. It's rather old, but someone's been keeping it in really good shape. But why would Henry keep it in his office? Maybe as a memento? Memento? Whatever. I don't think it's going to help us, so let's move on. I'm trying to find hint coins here. Oh, found a riddle. Or a diary, I guess. This looks like some sort of old journal. The cover's all faded. There's the expedition log. Could this be the journal of one of the search parties that went out looking for Randall? There might be more information about the Mask of Chaos in here. There's some photos stuck on the inside. Do you think there's a clue in there? Forged photos have been stuck inside an old journal. They faded and hard to make out, but they all show the same place and seem to have been taken with a short space of time. You can see a horse-drawn carriage traveling across the frame. Can you tell which direction the carriage was headed? Okay, hold on. Since this is the highest points, like it's highest points and then it goes up and down with the sun, that means must be east. Hold on. My English, I need to translate real quick. I'm so tired that I cannot even translate west, north, and east. Yeah, east is off. Okay, so east is where the sun starts. That will be here. South is where it is at its highest. And west is where she's going down, and north is where she's never seen. There. Sorry, east and west sometimes in my brain with English isn't. I literally needed to Google what Austin is in English. But yeah, that means if this is the highest point, that means it's going south. And that means this is east and this is likely from where it is west. So it's traveling, I would say that's probably a horse, so west? East, damn it. No. My mistake, it's east, this is turned. Yeah, no. this is turned its west, because, yeah, I even just mentioned that. Again, I'm tired, you can really tell from that. Because, like, it's turned around, so, yeah. Basically, it's pointed north, but it's not north, so... This has to be right if the horse is where I think it is. No?
I can do better.
I'm basing my answer on the sun and on seeing that maybe... Because I thought that would be a horse, right? And I thought it would go sideways. Maybe it doesn't go sideways. Maybe it actually goes south towards the sun. That's the thing, you cannot really tell. Like, there's no tracks in front of you that could tell. And nothing else, really. So I think it's going south. Except for if that's the moon. Okay, the thing is, that's under... I mean, the first mess up was mine. But, like, that's on the riddle because it's really hard to tell in which direction the horse carriage, like, goes. Like, it could go that way to the back, but it could also go sideways. Yeah. A leaf has fallen from the left-hand tree between time pt A and pt B were taken, so we can assume the sun was setting. Yeah. I mean, you can also kind of tell since it's more right and more left. But hey. That I got, but yeah, the thing is you couldn't tell from the horse, like, direction. The fact that they're in this journal must mean they were taken during the search. If it's really a record from a search for random, maybe there's something about the Mask of Chaos in there. That could well be Luke. Let's have a look. Because we don't know where they found the mask, because it fell with him. Our search of the ruins for the lost boy continues. We use the inn by the oasis as our base of operations now. The ruins are a dark and ominous place, and no one would ever dream of going in there without the enormous sum of money being offered as a reward. I've hardly been contributing out of the kindness of my own heart either. We were only a handful of men to begin with, but now we're turned into a full-blown expedition team, which is way more safe in case of, like, drop-offs and traps, but hey. Men descended into the narrow pit by the oasis every day with the prospect of finding the boy and striking it rich. We've had no luck so far, but that boy Henry the Dwarf certainly has. The word is he struck gold down there, a pile of treasure big enough to make your eyes boggle. In fact, I've heard that's how he's been able to offer such an enormous reward for finding his friend. And so we press on, delving deeper and deeper into the ruins. I wonder if he actually... I don't think he actually used the treasure to fund this. I think he built the inn beforehand and then just like... Either he used the treasure to build up the city to like have as a point for when Randall returns so they can reunite there, or like mainly the inn, or he actually kept it still as a reward. We don't know. Just recently we found a strange room with two mysterious pedestals. This chamber seems to be the final room of this underground complex, and we have created a scaffold to connect it to the world above, but we can't go any further. Unless we've all grossly overlooked something, our search for Randall Ascot is coming to an undeniable end. So yeah, the pedestals we know you have to step on. After all, it's been over a year now since the boy went missing. Soon this will all be forgotten. Montador was built upon forgotten ruins, and perhaps one day Montador will be forgotten too. So the small inn is at this point Montador. It's nothing special at that point of the excavation. So they never found him. He mentions being based next to an oasis, so I suppose Montador properly wasn't even a city yet. Do you think that Henry ever stopped looking for Randall? I think Montador was the oasis. Considering the state of this room, no, I don't think he ever stopped. Anyway, it looks as if we're just about exhausted this journey. Oh, come on. There. Oh, there's a hint coin. See, I told you guys there's one. Ooh, swords. Whoa, those swords are really cool. I wonder if they're real. Ah, this is where discerning eye comes in handy. Inspect the hilts and you see they're part of a puzzle. Ah, you're right. Naughty swords. Let me at them. How can swords be... Oh no, brain, don't do that. You're too tired for that. Ace of Diamonds. 3 famous swords shown here. One is the legendary Ace of Diamonds. Those who have faced in battle are called it. So can you work out which one it is? I think it's to do with the hilt or something. I think it may be this one. For the hilt shape. But also we cannot see on the B one, so it may also be B.
I must have missed something.
It could also be this. Maybe it's the hilt here. You cannot... Or maybe it's a sword shape? Then it's maybe this one. It may be that A actually.
Well,
Leaving from
here
last
goes.
client. Okay. Hope everything went well today and that the roads have been decently okay and it's pretty cool. Yeah, see, it's the hilt. Okay, it's the... I thought it was the hilt shape because this one looked like a diamond, but Sword A is the Ace of Diamond. Anyone who ever seen it from the pointy end knows why. Anybody who's getting stabbed with it also does. But yeah. Enjoy your lurk and hopefully you have a safe trip back. Do you think the swords have anything to do with the masked gentleman? Not likely, I guess. I'd say they're ornaments of Henry's. They're rather impressive. Or of Randall's at some point, and he took them over, but yeah. There's the other hit coin. Okay, there we go. Hotel registers. These list the names of guests and the rooms. There probably won't be any clues about the masked gentleman in there. Actually, they may. That's true. Even if he's here, we don't know what name he'd be under. Hey, what about this binder, Remy? That looks old. Records of the masked gentleman's appearances, including copies of the warning letters and announcements. Henry was trying pretty hard to catch the masked gentleman too. It must be horrible to see someone trying to destroy what you've built. And to think we suspected him. The professor and Henry had just cooperated all along. They might have caught the masked gentleman by now. I think Henry felt betrayed when the professor didn't stay in Stansbury to help him search for Randall. They weren't exactly on the best of terms. Why do adults make these kinds of things so complicated? Indeed. The thing is, the professor needed a break. Like, he witnessed him fall. He couldn't mentally stand staying there anymore because he felt he was at fault. So, like, he didn't feel mentally prepared to search for him, which is totally fine and understandable, you know? So have you two found anything? Yes, Professor, look! It's a log from an expedition that was searching for Randall. We also found a journal that Henry has been keeping. Good work, and I made a discovery of my own. So tell us. Oh, what the... Is that the Mask of Chaos? But I thought someone stole it from Henry's study. Does it mean Henry really was the masked gentleman all along? So not about the mask being stolen was just a lie? Well, not exactly. But then why would Henry hide the mask here? Is it a copy? It wasn't Henry who hid it. I'm confused. Hang on, is that actually the Mask of Order? The one that the masked gentleman wants? Not quite. You see, I expected to find a replica of the Mask of Chaos here, Fate Mask, but to my surprise this turned out to be the genuine Mask of Chaos. It seems that someone placed it here, but why? And is the masked gentleman even aware of this? The answers are yet unclear, but I know there's a deep connection between these questions and the next miracle. So he has the wrong mask. And this one is actually the Mask of Chaos, or what? I also found something else rather interesting. Oh. Where is this supposed to be? What does it say in the corner there? Is it Montador? Doesn't look anything like what it does now. Indeed, this is an odd perspective map of how the town would look as a development progression. It also reveals a rather fascinating secret about Montador. Doesn't it seem as if the ruins are laid out rather deliberately? Now that you mention it, they do seem to form a pattern. I believe this explains why the masked gentleman has been so intent on finding the Mask of Order. Really? Why? Before I share my thoughts with you, I'd like to confirm my suspicions by finding some more evidence. According to Bloom, the masked gentleman is somewhere in this hotel. Mr. Mordaunt, are there any other rooms you think may be of interest to us? So maybe it shows another entrance or something to the ruins? And like how they're placed or something? Maybe that's why? Actually, Professor, I just remembered that I have something I was asked to hold on to for you. Terribly sorry for the trouble, but would you mind returning to the lobby with me? Very well. I have 6 more rooms after that. Here we are, Professor. This is the item we've been keeping for you. So someone here might be coming here? I suppose so, yes. It was found in the reception desk addressed to you. I see. Is that a book? I believe the masked gentleman has left us a message. Let's see what he has to say. That looks like a cool ornate book. Once upon a time, in a small kingdom surrounded by the woods, there were 5 children who were the best of friends. Henry, Angela, Dodson, Layton, and Randall? I don't think Dodson was a friend of theirs, but yeah. They spent their days enjoying the beautiful land, fishing in streams, and running over grassy fields. One day they climbed the tallest hill in the kingdom, and at the very top of the hill they found a mound of treasure. Reading the words, "Brave adventurer, you may claim me," on a sign nearby, the friends took the treasure and divided it equally. 4 of them spent their share on items they wanted, but the 5th buried his in a beautiful place surrounded by green. He wanted to be able to relive his adventure and hunt for the treasures with his friends anytime he wanted. He hoped it would always give the 5 friends a reason to be together. This boy knew that people change when they grow up, but the buried treasure would always be his link to the past. A link to the past, get it? Da da da. He returned from buying his treasure and fell asleep in a sunny spot by the window, completely content. Is this a story about how he hoped that his friendship would be everlasting and that he felt betrayed or something? This book. He's given us a children's story? A kingdom surrounded by woods, 5 close friends, treasure. Luke, do you know the story? No, I have a big book of fairy tales at home, but I don't remember this one. This story feels unfinished though, it doesn't have a proper ending. It may be an allegory of some sort, perhaps about the masked gentleman himself. So what's he trying to tell us? Ah! We turned off the lights! No doubt this was the masked gentleman's handiwork. He'd been waiting for us. This book is an invitation. He wishes us to go and find him. Is this all just a game to him? Come now, we might still be able to stop his next miracle if we move quickly. Ready when you are, Professor. I'm certain that he's in this hotel somewhere. Perhaps the story contains a clue to his whereabouts. Let's see. Story ended as the boy fell asleep in a sunny spot by the window, so it's facing a southern window. Well, if he fell asleep, there must have been a place for him to lie down. Oh, somewhere with a bed. Yes, we should try searching the guest rooms. The ones we're looking for should receive a lot of sun. A room with large, south-facing windows, perhaps. Boom. I believe we have some rooms matching that description on the 3rd floor. Would you care seeing them? The music change. Oh my goodness. Pink, like, they said greenery a lot, so emerald suit probably, sweet, probably, and not a ruby suit, but sweet. Why am I saying suit instead of sweet? Damn. Ta-da! Wooden chap. Also the dramatic music. Maybe it's a picture. It must be the picture, right? Yep. No? There's nothing in here that I... Okay, Emerald Suite. So what's the next game? Who should we release next? Playing Thank you, my dear. You're almost as brainless as you are ugly. I'm having doubts about our partnership. Well, come on, Nark, don't say that. Set everything up perfectly, but you always find a way to mess things up. You're about as much use as a tennis ball made of jelly. Actually, I think that would be very fun to hit. Oh, enough of that. Were you looking for a good slap across the rashes? Here now, both of you, I doubt that fighting will help the situation. Layton, what a pleasant intrusion. Might I ask what you're doing here in my hotel room? Well, yeah, who do you think you are barging in on us like this? You're disrupting our business strategy session. How are we to afford staying here with insufficient ill-gotten gains? In that case, my apologies, gentlemen. By all means, continue. We pay perfectly good money for this room. You can't just poke around in here. That's rude. Yeah, you think you can just search where you like without asking us first? Not likely, mate. But we can indeed go for hint coins. They seem to be rather in the similar spots, but hey. Okay, let's talk to them. You're going to keep bothering me then? What do you want? Another battle of wits? Perhaps some other time. I simply wish to search the room investigating the masked gentleman. Oh, of course, Layton. I should be delighted you would rifle through my possessions. Well, I suppose I could allow it, but only if you solve this puzzle. Of course. Cards on this tournament beat each other as follows: firewood, wood, water, fire. But place each of 4 cards, which they have to play in order going from top to bottom. Both players in the match play 1 card. Whoever wins moves to the final, but if it's a draw, the next cards are played. Used cards are discarded. At the end of the tournament, one player announces, I have won. If I'd been allowed to swap wood for water and water for wood, who says this? Okay. Let's go for general. Would beat everybody here. But in this case, wood wins, either way. Wood wins here, fire wins, and water wins. That means they have a tie though, right? Okay. Water equals out, fire wins, and that equals out. If he would have swapped this, he would have had none. Equal. Water wins against fire and so if he would have swapped his out, he would have had wood against water. No, I didn't mean to. Now the text there. So if he would have swapped this out, he would have won with wood against water, water against fire, wood against water, and then an equal standing. He would have swapped it out. He would have won with wood against water, and wood against water, and fire against wood, and fire against fire. So these both are equal in that regard. Now for these, water against water would have been equal, wood against wood would have been equal, water against fire would have been water, and wood against fire would have been the other person winning. So this guy doesn't make much sense at all. On the other hand, this person would have had equal with wood, equal with water, and then won and lost. So equal 1 lost instead of lost 1 lost. So this wouldn't make much change, so it must be one of these two. If placed in a match, play 1 card, whoever moved on to the final whatever to draw the next cards are played. Okay, hold on. So equal, he moves on. That means B would play against hold on. My brain cannot handle that. So these are equal. Oops, wrong pen. These are equal. Fire wins against wood. That means B moves on. That also would take away these. Here C would win. And then B would go against C. Water against water would be even. Fire against wood, B would win. Now let's swap out these two. So let's go with tree and water. Let's do that again. So these would have been equal. D would have moved on with that one. And then equal would have moved on with that one. And then water against fire. So it's not D. Let's try C. I'm just gonna do this with trial and error because I'm too tired to brain this out any other way, but hey, it's fine. That's why we have this function, right? So, we'll move on with fire. Equal, win. And then it would be water against wood, and that means C would win. So I would say C.
Just a dash of puzzle solving here.
Because he can completely win there. Okay, yeah, I was right. Trial and error, I tell you guys. Sometimes it does have to be played through that way. Correct. C was the one who's lamenting his bad luck. If he'd had a few more draws, he would have had one. Yes, indeed. But hey. Well, I'm impressed. You actually solved it. Then I take you'll have no objection to searching the room? Ah, nice one, Art. That was one of your perfect plans, was it? Stick a stock in it, Frank. Of course you may search the room, Layton. There's nothing left in here anyways. Thank you, we won't be long. Couldn't this room be the beautiful place surrounded by green from the story? Thought so. Too, my little boy. Professor, there was a book hidden behind the frame. Ah, so the beautiful place surrounded by green was the picture frame in this room. What a complicated way to give directions. I want to know what the book says. Okay, so we're going from room to find the things, huh? Once upon a time, there was a young boy who came across an injured wild dog and took him in. As the dog healed, he learned to trust the boy and slowly forgot his wild ways. In the following years, the two grew up together and never spent a day apart. But the day came when the boy had to leave the village to pursue his dreams of becoming a scholar. The boy entrusted the dog to his family, knowing he would protect them. As the boy departed in his cart, the dog howled. He was sad to see the boy go. The boy grew into a fine young man and became a famous scholar. When he finally returned home, he was eager to show his family and his dog what he had made of himself, but when he arrived, he found his house empty. The young man, now fully grown, asked the passerby what had happened. The helpful stranger told him that the family who lived in the house had been chased out years ago by a wild dog, and that's when the young man realized he had been betrayed by this one he trusted most. He had no home to return to and his family were gone. With grief weighing heavy upon his heart, the young man disappeared into the woods, never to be seen again. Okay. Is that like a direct nod to the friendship between Henry and Randall there? Like, you know, Henry being the dog? Well, that was a sad story. Yes, clearly another allegory, but I'm not too sure what it means. Allegory, whatever. So the last part must be designed to lead us to another room, right? Yes, the young man disappears into the woods at the end. Mr. Mordaunt, are there any rooms there with a lot of plants or foliage in them? Indeed, sir, we have one room that's absolutely full of plants. That must be it, let's go! The conservatory, huh? Wow, there certainly are a lot of plants in here, some with flowers, some with fruit. Indeed, madam, the conservatory is the pride of the hotel. Careful monitoring and adjustment of soil richness and air humidity allows us to grow plants from any climate in this room. That's very impressive. And you keep birds here too? Absolutely not. They might scatter seeds in the temperate region or a bird. Professor, it's holding something in its claws. So it is. That must be the book we're looking for. We might have a hard time catching the bird though. Leave it to me, Professor. I'll just speak to the bird and ask you to give it to us. But first... Teardrop bud. Nice. Oh. Hello there, birdie. Nope, doesn't want to. I've never tried speaking to a bird before. Here goes. Hello, my name is Luke. Is there any chance we can borrow that book you're holding? Oh, okay. Any luck, Luke? She's understood me, but she's not giving us anything until she gets her favorite fruit. She's not very nice. There are many different kinds of fruit in here. Is there something other than what's already here? I don't know. She wasn't very specific. Can you think of anything, Mr. Mordaunt? Yes, madam, I believe I can. One particular tree here bears a very special fruit, but only under certain conditions. If it were a fuzzy fowl, that's certainly the fruit I would choose. Great, so we have to wait around here until these conditions are just right for this tree to bear fruit? Actually, though the tree withers easily in the wrong environment, it will produce fruit instantly in perfect conditions. Wow, that's a nice tree. The environmental conditions must be offline because of the power outage. We need to restore power to the room. Oh, of course, I completely forgot the conservatory has a backup generator. How could you forget something like that? So, where's the switch? It's, let's say, hidden somewhere in this room. You've forgotten where the switch is, haven't you? I'm afraid so. It's quite alright, we don't need any more information. Anyhow, all we have to do is search the room. Maybe behind one of those plants? Or bushes? Ah, nothing can hide from me. The switch is here in the strange flower. Oh, so it is. How silly of me. The petals look like they're covered in slime. It really smells. I don't really want to get that stuff on my clothes. What are we waiting for? Let's flip the switch already. Look, that empty canal just filled up with water. There's a new piece of fruit up there. The bird doesn't seem to be moving. You know, the peel looks rather tough. Maybe the bird's waiting for the fruit to fall and break apart. Let's knock the fruit down. And we have to get the book out of the tree, of course. We did it, Professor! Now we can get the book! The thing is, like, who gave the bird the book and knew that the bird would sit up there for us to solve this riddle, you know? Another book left for us by the masked gentleman. I wonder if it's another story. Let's find out. It's a goose chase at this point. He's wanting to be found, but also not. Hold on, I have the feeling I need to sneeze. Okay, I think I'm good. Ugh, my nose tingled still though. Ugh, I hate that. Once upon a time there was a very poor man who lived in a vibrant, bustling town. The townspeople were very kind and made sure that though the man had nothing to his name, he never lacked for anything. One day the richest man in town took pity on him and brought the poor man to a shop so that he could earn a living. The poor man ran a good business and the shop quickly flourished. Soon it became the most successful shop in town and attracted customers from far and wide. Not even the rich man's shop could compare. No longer poor, the man bought up all the food in town, tending to dominate the market and make a huge profit. He raised the price of food so high that no one in town could afford it, but merchants from richer towns were eager to buy all they could get. The man had become so blinded by money that he forgot the debt he owed to those in his hometown. His neighbors starved, but the man was only concerned with watching his fortune grow. That sounds so much like somebody here is talking about Henry. And that Henry got greedy, but sure. The greedy man became so rich that rumors of his wealth spread to even the most remote corners of the land. He built himself an opulent palace, exalting his fame while the town decayed around him. The townspeople had no choice but to leave in time. The man was the only person left, lord of an empty kingdom. There is loneliness, a vast and empty chasm swallowed him whole. All's well that ends well. All is well that ends well. Well, that story was... The thing is, whatever the masked gentleman or whoever he is, he seems to, I think that Henry is the bad guy here. Because again, he like tries to push the blame onto him. And like, these stories sound awfully like what people would say about Henry, like what we thought in the beginning too. Like, he took all the riches that he found. Even though he was the poor man, he was taken care of by the Lador family, and he just spent it to build this lavish city. Interesting. Well, that story was horrible. Who would read such a story to a child? I'm fairly sure the story is only meant for us. What do you suppose the masked gentleman is trying to tell us? Town decaying in the midst of great prosperity, a man growing ever richer and forgetting the great debt he owes? What do you think, Professor? A vast and empty chasm. Ah, of course. Mr. Malone, does this hotel have a spacious hall for special occasions? Indeed it does, sir. We use the grand hall for such events. It's a world-class venue. Is it in one of the domes? That would be fun. We need to go there quickly. What in the...
It's here. I know it is.
Oh, it's you.
Enter. I take it you still haven't found it. The mask is inside the hotel.
Sir, please accept my apologies.
Apologies do not produce results. Get the mask. Is that clear?
We will find it, sir.
How do you guys get suspicious?
The city of harmony. We have 2 of the 3. Which is just another way of saying we have nothing, isn't it?
So, the gardens were from the previous game. They were the Garden of Healing that were discovered in Last Spectre. That's, oh my goodness, my brain took a while there. And the Harmony one is actually from the Professor Layton anime, so those who have watched it will remember how they raised up with music a city out of the sea. And that's the second one he mentioned. And the third one he's searching then must be Akbadain, maybe? Because he wants the mask, and the mask kind of leads to Akbadain. Interesting. The grand hall is as tall as the reunion in itself. Is this one? Gosh, look how far the ceiling is. Imagine if you were up there looking down, it really would be like a chasm. What's this? The room is immaculate, but there's something up about that cushion. It does look a bit bumpy, doesn't it? Maybe there's something stuffed inside. Professor, I found another book inside the cushion. It seems to have a fancier cover than the others. I wonder what story this one will hold. There's only one way to find out. It won't open. It appears this book's elaborate cover is more than just decoration. This will require a closer look. Of course, that's a riddle. Jewels on the lock. This book's locked up tight by some mysterious contrabands? Contrabands? Hold on. Ah. Okay. More like a contraption, but yeah. Okay. The trick to open it lies in the 10-arrow shaped jewels adorning the cover. These jewels are arranged in a particular pattern and rotating just one arrow will release the lock. This one leads here, this one leads to nothing, this one leads to this one leads to this one to this one, that to this, that to this, that to this, that to this, and that to this. So turning this one towards the other one so it's actually a connected part would make sense, right? Bam! I got it!
Puzzles are made to be
Okay,
solved.
that was easy. I played too many games where you had to send light through prisms like that, so... You need to rotate the top left arrow so that it's pointing to the right. Each jewel is placed so that the arrow is pointing to the other. If you trace a route from one arrow, you eventually end up back where it started. Excellent, now we can read the book. And I can yawn. Finally! Once upon a time there was a kind princess who lived in a secluded kingdom deep within a valley. Angela? This princess was so beautiful that suitors camped outside the castle for months hoping for a chance to woo her. But not one of the wealthy and handsome young men pleased the princess. Then one day as the princess was gazing from her window, she saw a young knight riding by. The princess fell in love with him instantly and begged her father to allow him an audience. The king was happy to encourage the match, and it wasn't long before the princess married her young knight. Some years later, the two were rulers of the land. The young king rode out to slay a dangerous dragon. The queen waited for her king to return, but he never did. The chancellor did all he could to comfort the queen in her grief. With time, the queen's heart betrayed her lost husband, and she began to feel love for the chancellor. The chancellor's plan had worked. He had sent the king into his dragon's cave and then collapsed the entrance. Yeah, this sounds so much like Henry, Angela, Layton's and Randall's story here. Like Angela, who married Henry, even though she was in love with Randall, and they were together. The queen knew none of this. She only knew that the king was gone and she loved the chancellor. The two had a lavish royal wedding and the audience sat with rapt attention, eager to see the new king. It seemed that they would bear witness to the miracle of love. Now the treacherous chancellor had the queen, the crown, and the country. But the masked gentleman must feel betrayed by someone he trusts, someone who stole his love, but he was trapped inside a cave. I'd be pretty angry too, but what does this have to do with Montador? I think we need to focus on the words the audience sat with rapt attention. Brings to mind the theater. Mr. Mordaunt, is there anything like that here? What does the bud mean? Does it mean he took over everything and she was unhappy, or... We don't have a theater per se, but we do have an auditorium. We screen films there, tasteful ones. That sounds like the place, let's go! But not before searching for hint coins, because we haven't found any hint coins in this room yet, because I accidentally clicked on the right space. Thought so, huh? But I got over there before. The auditorium, huh? We haven't used the auditorium for some time. Nowadays most new films are too rowdy to be deemed suitable. Do you really think the masked gentleman is in here? Yes, I'm quite certain we should take care when we investigate. Okay, I want to go to the Sapphire suite real quick, because we haven't really looked in there. Sweet. And I want to look if there's items and hint coins. And I guess there's also a riddle. Yep. Sweet. Ah, the gentleman and his friend. Nice to see you all again. Hi, Yuming. What are you doing here? Yes, aren't you staying at the Camel's Hump? Yes, I was, but I mixed up a couple of my dates, so they had to put me here for a few days. Oh, I'm sorry. I hope it hasn't ruined your holiday. Oh, no, not at all. This hotel is far fancier and the service is first rate. So you're just waltzing into Peter's rooms unannounced then? Well, you see... Oh, don't worry about it. I don't mind. Please make yourself at home. How about a puzzle? I mean, it's not like she could have been asleep because it's the evening or anything. It's a broom. Sweeping solution. This hotel has a suite with many rooms on it. Cleaning such a large suite is quite the task, so the hotel staffs like to take an efficient route that allows them to cover the whole suite without doubling back to any other room. They take a different route every day, but no matter which order they clean, and there's always one room that they pass through at the same point on the route. Where's the entrance? That's a question. Okay, so... One, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think it's this one. No matter how they go, this one is in the middle. It's the 7th room. I think it's this one. Could be wrong, but hey.
I have this one.
No, okay. Okay, that one was luckily fairly easy for my brain. Ah, thank goodness. Large center room on the left-hand side is the only room that stays in the same position no matter the road. Use the walls between two center rooms to divide the suite into two halves. There are several routes, but no matter where you start on the left or right, this room will always be the 7th room you pass through. Yes. Hey, not bad. You know, I like the hotels in the city, but who comes up with these names? I should ask the owner. Also, I haven't looked up why the rabbit doesn't react, and I honestly, at this point, I was planning on doing the rabbit stuff, because I want to help the rabbit, but... I don't know, I'm a bit annoyed with how it doesn't work. Okay, we're missing a riddle somewhere in the robot thing. Got all of these, though. That being said, let's talk to the rabbit for a bit. Maybe when I've learned how to act properly, I'll be able to climb straight up the side. I want to climb up high. Hey, look, watch me practice this move. Trying to jump across, are you watching? Okay, this is kinda cute. You can do it. Nice. Go down the slide, come on. No? Going to play on the slide. Okay. No, whatever that is. It do be quite cute to watch him. Do we have to return him? Nah, we can keep him forever, right? Whee! Look at this little leggy spread out. So cute. Getting a bit sleepy. I feel you there, mate. Thank you for the stretch, Redeem. Hope your drive went well. Actually, I may make that into a yawn stretch. There we go. I feel so very sleepy. Yeah, that's a problem we were having. Okay, that works now. Weird. There was this tail thing, that was the issue. We're looking, Luke, did you see how balanced the 2 feet like you? Yep, you made it look easy. Let's try a handstand. That was not the trick. Nope, wrong one. That was not the trick we wanted to do before. It was the tail waggle. Nope. There we go. Okay. Wow. Well, I felt a bit wobbly there. You soon get the hang of it, don't worry. Okay. Let's try to teach you about the action waggle. See, that was the problem we had. There we go. Oh, that took a while. Waggle, waggle, look, Luke, I did it. That's really cute pose. Really? In fact, it's so adorable, I'm updating the bunny journal right this second. Try using it in a scene where you're supposed to be really excited. Will do. Okay, how about his leg? Can I lift his leg? Can you, like, lie down? Maybe the snoot? Okay, he doesn't wanna. Whatever. Hey, Bumman, just read the first play and got news. I think we can already have a crack at it. What you learned so far? It's only the first of many, but you got to start somewhere. Really? We're starting so soon? Can I have a bit more time, please? My first out of place and my nose is itchy, and no excuse, you'll never manage if you don't try. I'm not very confident about my skills, though. Told you it'll be fine, even if you make a mistake. There's always a tomorrow. I suppose so. Okay, I'll try my best. How about try the rabbit show? There are 10 scripts in total, each of them tells a different story using its own set of action. I'm not gonna do the rabbit show, but we know how to train the rabbit now. I don't know, I think the rabbit show would be cute, but I want to continue with the story, because again, I want to finish. Maybe at the end, maybe not, we shall see. Either way, hint coins first. And then the very obvious... Oh, there was 4 here. The very obvious thing, and then the thing. There's a puzzle in here. And then the screen. 5 police officers have been tasked with the security of a 64-seat theater. Each officer can see all the seats directly in front of him, behind him, to his left and right, at a 45-degree diagonals. The seating arrangement shown above would let 5 officers cover the whole theater. However, all but the 4th row of seats have already been booked. One officer already sitting in seat 4A. Where should the other sit to cover the whole theater? Okay, hold on. Each officer can see all the seats directly in front of him, behind him. Seating arrangement shown above would let 5 officers cover the theater. Okay, so all but this row. So, no, there we go. So, technically that means this guy can see this row, the diagonals. Okay, hold on. No, I wanted the text, not the... There we go. In front of him, behind him, to his left and right, and at the 45-degree diagonals. Okay. So... next obvious choice would be to put one here. It should cover these seats. And maybe here, which would cover these seats. Like that. And we have one more here and one more here missing. Let's get back the one we already know. Man, I cannot draw straight here. Come on. Nah, I'm gonna... Hold on. I'm gonna mark the seat separately, because, yeah. It's too hard to see which seats are covered already if I draw the lines. And technically this full row also. So, let's see. I could sit anywhere, somebody here, but that would just be a waste of space, right? So, if you put somebody here, they would cover this line. This line. This line. This line. This line. Like that. And these seats are open. We have 4 that we can spread, okay. This guy... We don't need one here, we need one here. So, hold on. Because this guy can cover these seats, but also can cover the full row. And then this guy can cover all of these seats. DC to cover, DC to cover. So 4 from D to G. Like that.
How about
Right?
this?
Yep, okay. Phew.
Puzzles are made to be solved.
Arrangement will cover the whole theater. Now the show can go on in peace and quiet. Indeed. That was rather difficult. Was it? It was fine. It was actually quite easy in comparison to that. There may be something behind the screen, I wonder. Professor, look! There's a film running. But the king was not dead. 1 year after entering the cave, he awoke to find himself buried under rubble. He used every last ounce of strength to dig his way out through the debris. Finally, he made it back onto the open air, he hurried to the castle, anxious to relieve his wife's worry. That's a pretty shadow theater. And there he found the queen and the chancellor living happily as husband and wife. Are they happy though? Does that mean Randall's still alive? Wait, that's the end of the story? That remains to be seen. How about you, Luke? Luke! Professor, where's Luke? Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to my humble theater of revenge. Just like a package. Believe you've lost something. Luke! Unhand him this instant, you villain! Professor, help! Villain, for shame, Layton. After all the effort I made to keep you thoroughly entertained. I do hope you're looking forward to the final act. Tonight my revenge will rise to its dramatic climax as the curtain falls on Montador. But first, Layton, the man who abandoned his childhood friend, I have a special show planned just for you. I'm sure your young friend here will play his role perfectly. Hold on, curtain, is it literally gonna drop a curtain on the city or some shit? Leave him out of this, he's just a boy. Professor! We have to save Luke! Quick, Emmy! He has way too much fun for this. Also, how is he so good at, like, swinging the rope around? What the heck?
Hang on!
9, 10, 11, 12. Just how deep do you want to delve? I hope you've enjoyed this look into my world, Layton. I've left you one final puzzle, so that you may save your little friend. It looks as if he's in quite a predicament. And so high up. Oh my. Is it true, Layton? I've heard you have a history of letting your friends down.
Is it true you have a... Is he not Randall? Is he somebody else? Because he said, is it true? I heard you have a history of letting them down. So, he doesn't know. For sure there, right? Gliding down to the bottom of the grand hall, the masked gentleman has left Luke hanging from a rope mid-air. Help Layton slide his way down the ropes thrown across the halls and save Luke. There are only a few places where he can drop from one rope to another. Okay. L J F. F won't make any sense. J, H or G, but then we need some point that drops down. B drops down there. A drops down to D, drops down there, which would him. So I think A. Okay, it doesn't automatically drop down. That's a good thing I needed to know. So O would be too low. So it must be L. There's no other way to reach Luke there. It must be L. And then J, I think, because K would drop onto the other rope, right? And it must be H. And to get to H, you need to drop from... But E would drop there, and then you were stuck, right? Okay, let's try B. Or let's try that. Okay. Okay, that works. H, J, L. We got him. Okay.
I believe I have this one.
I didn't know he would drop all the way. That's the thing. That's the trial and error thing. I mean,
Puzzles is truly a pleasure.
because there was some other like rope spun, and it looked like he may have, you know, gone, like, for example, on like one of these corners here. Okay, we got him. I'm sure this is safe. Also, very sturdy chandelier, luckily. Yep, that was a very safe adventure. Grand Tower Rescue.
Bravo, Layton. You risked your life and saved your friend.
Yes, well, as a friend once told me. No risk, no glory.
Well, I suppose I won't be needing this anymore.
Professor Layton has figured it out. It is Randall! Oh wow, he's quick looking there.
It pains me to see you like this, Randall.
Randall?
But how? Well, isn't this quite the reunion?
Kind of, but also to be expected.
Now, my revenge is at hand.
Revenge?
Master Randall? Is that really you? It is. Unfortunately for you. I have returned to take back everything you stole from me.
Did he though?
The
He waited
Aswan
for your
treasure,
return.
My family fortune, and my Angela. Henry, you will know the pain I have felt all these years.
Randall, no! It's not like that!
Master Randall, please. You've got it all wrong. Let me explain.
He doesn't
I
let
would
him.
love to, but unfortunately, I'm not interested in your explanations.
Why not? Talking it out is the most
You could
important
at least
thing.
tell us where you've been all
And,
these years.
you know, talking things out like that is the most crucial things in any relationship or friendship. If you don't talk about these things openly, you're never gonna find out the truth from both sides. So, like, he is completely shutting himself off from the truth here, and that's the exact same thing that happened in the Pandora's Box one. He just didn't wanna hear the truth at all, and it made everything worse. I swear. Yeah, where have you been?
All right. Why not? What good is an untold tale?
Indeed.
I first explored the ruins of Akbadai nearly 18 years ago. I was only a few steps from unlocking its secrets before I fell
Oui.
victim to one of its many cunning
We,
traps.
sweetheart, we did explore.
I fell into a deep ravine where I could have died, but as fate would have it, an underground river broke my fall.
Told you guys there was a river. I thought so. Cause where would the water go?
The current washed me onto the banks of a remote village. The villagers nursed me back to health.
Why didn't he return immediately
I
then?
made a full recovery, but I could not tell the villagers anything about myself. My mind was blank.
He lost his memory.
You had amnesia?
Oh my goodness,
I
it's
worked in the village
Tannenbaum!
while I tried to recover my memory. Months went
To be
by,
fair, I knew that. I mean,
years
I know the whole story, actually.
and
but,
eventually
you know.
I gave up on trying to unearth my old life. Then one day, I received a letter. I know all about your past, it read. I know who took everything from you. And I know how to get it all back.
Okay, so he's not the mastermind behind this.
The
What?
letter recounted my life
Is it
in
the
great
other
detail.
guy that wants the mask? But then why didn't he give him the real mask?
And it said that the
I
one
think-
who had betrayed me was a man named Henry. When I read that name, it was as though someone had turned a key in my mind. Everything came flooding back.
Okay.
I remembered all that I had, and all that had been taken from me. But the letter didn't end there. I have a plan to take revenge on those who have wronged you. You need only to don the garb of the masked gentleman, and they shall cower before you. So it was decided. I would have my revenge by taking back what was mine.
Again, it would have been soft if they had talked about things, but hey. The blonde hair looks really good though, so hey.
Each one advising me on how to execute my plan as the masked gentleman.
Yeah, I was wondering, cause he, you know, he lost everything, so that means he also lost the money to fund all these miracles, so whoever is behind that must have all the money.
As each phase of my plan fell into place, I felt myself returning with it.
Did I
The
accidentally
masked
skip
gentleman
something?
brought me back.
I may have on accident just clicked something, but hey.
The letters? Professor, do you think...
I fear the worst, Luke.
This closes my tale of woe. However, we still have a few tears to shed. Henry, you shall bear witness as I ruin you, just as you ruined me.
But
Master Randall,
he did
wait.
never... Hold on. You got it all wrong, friend. He never wanted to ruin you, that's the thing. Randall used the myth behind the Mask of Chaos to convince everyone of its magical power. It was a key part of his plan to take revenge on Henry by destroying Montador. The Mask of Chaos, a mysterious and highly evocative artifact, proved valuable prop in Randall's deception. The Masked Gentleman was revealed to be the long-missed Randall. Enraged by his friend Henry's apparent betrayal, he set about frightening away the inhabitants of Montador with his malevolent miracles. Sadly, it did the opposite. Randall assumed the role of a masked villain and engineered his whole masquerade just to get back at Henry. The thing is, like, with it being tricks like that, people were flocking more towards that. So he thought he may... I think he's blinded by somebody there. Great time, because, like, that somebody wants to clearly do something else with these miracles, because it's kind of obvious that people flock to the attraction, right? The Final Miracle, Chapter 8. Randall's gone. Come, we must follow him. Master Randall, how could you think... This last miracle, I wonder what he's planning. Mr. Lador, please allow me to accompany you. Thank you, Mordaunt. We make Master Randall see the truth before he does something terrible. Quickly, let's go. So one thing I want to do is, yes, we're gonna follow him. But we'll also see that before the last time we're gonna do the riddles that we have
I'm
left.
so delighted you all could make it.
Randall, this is madness. Come down from there.
Take a final look around. Henry, you stole everything from me. I treated you like a brother, and this is my reward?
Actually, yes, it all belongs to
Allow
you,
me to return the favor.
technically.
The destruction of Montador shall be my final dark miracle!
Randall, no!
So you want to... Oh, shoot. Sorry, you want to, like, to take revenge on one person, or two people, or three people. You're destroying the whole village and injure possibly many people in the panic. Like, there's so many people getting injured right there. Can you think that's a good idea to take revenge on 4 people to injure hundreds?
Sand. All that about destroying the town. He's trying to bury us in sand.
Professor, we can't stay here.
Need to plan something to stop this. Randall, stop this immediately. Why, Hershey, ready reap what you sow, don't you? Watch closely, Henry. Watch as the precious city sinks into oblivion. All roads lead out of Montadora have been blocked. Embrace the final miracle. Okay, so he is actually killing people actively here. Like, if they block all the exits for people. Wow. You will all share the fate of your beloved city and return to dust. You're killing hundreds and hundreds of people here, mate. Oh, wait. It's pouring in so fast. There must be some escape route we can use, mustn't there? This town was built on an oasis, and it lies in what's basically a big bowl. If there's no way up, there's no way out. Oh dear, Professor, what can we do? Let me go after Randall, Professor. I can take him down. We must remain calm. Only clear minds will prevail here. We need to head towards the monument. What's over there? I explain once we're there. Henry, Angela, come. Understood. We follow you to the monument. Maybe we can take the tram. The tram's still running. The stop closest to the monument is Tingleytown, I think. Very well, let's take the tram. We don't get to decide, huh? I would have loved to go back to the hotel to solve the other riddles, but we can't. It's chaos in here too. If we don't stop it soon, Montador will be buried under the sand. What are we going to do, Professor? Hey, Layton, what's a sandstorm? Can't see a thing. Inspector Grosky, it's the masked gentleman, isn't it? I should have known. Alright, he's got to come this time. For the yard! Yep, he's gonna catch him. Inspector, wait, where... He's gone. Has Grosky gone off again? Should have had him tied down. Real loose cannon on the deck. Ah, Chief Inspector Sheffield, need your help. Saw someone dressed like the masked gentleman heading for the Gallery Plaza. Is that who I think it is? There's no time to explain. We are heading to the monument at once to stop this madness. Please ensure the townspeople are safe. Get everyone to the top floors of the tallest buildings. Alright, Layton, I see to the people's safety. Is Detective Bloom here? He said he was going to investigate the reunion and I haven't seen him since. Probably got scared and turned tail once the real trouble started. Don't you worry, we'll sort out the civilians. I'll be waiting in the Gallery Plaza afterwards. Professor, do you think Detective Bloom really ran away? We didn't see him at the reunion. Let's just press on to the monument. Again, there's a weird mastermind behind us. Now. Need to hurry. Okay, we cannot go anywhere else. Damn. I would have hoped we can take some detours, but no. It's very interesting to see all the streets empty. There we go. We're here, Professor. Now what? The sand is getting higher. If we only had the Mask of Order, we could counteract the Mask of Chaos and stop this. Tell us, where is it, Henry? What are you talking about, Angela? This is no time to play dumb. The city's being destroyed. Are you just going to let it happen? Give me the Mask of Order. I have no idea where it is. You of all people should know that. Angela, calm down, please. The Mask of Order is in a safe place. There's no need to worry. What? How do you know that? Professor, we're running out of time. The only thing that can save this town is a true miracle. Professor, what are you talking about? We will now solve the final puzzle of Akbadane. My theory is correct. We should be able to save the town. The puzzle of Akbadane? But what's all got to do with saving the town? The entrance to the ruins nowhere near here, is it, Professor? Correct. But that's just the front door, the visitor's entrance, so to speak. I don't understand. I was quite surprised by that old map of Montador back at the reunion, and when I explored the ruins of Akbadain 18 years ago, I made my way to the deepest chambers. But the treasure that I found there, though worth a great deal in gold, was of no great archaeological value. That treasure was really just another trap laid by Aspen to divert thieves from the true purpose of the ruins. Anyone satisfied with material riches would fail to look any further and never discover what's really in there. What's that? Henry, we reached the bottom of the ruins as well. Do you remember the markings you saw there? We never really saw them, but sure. How could I forget? They were like nothing I'd ever seen before. But I don't know what they meant. Look at this. They're a map again. What's this? When the reunion was first built, this area was still an oasis in the desert, surrounded by ancient ruins. This map shows the lie of land before the city of Montador was established. Using the oasis as the circle center, you see how the ruins hint at the shape of their original structures? Absolutely, and there's like a center here and a thing here. It's the same shape as those markings. But what does it mean, Professor? It means the ruins of Akbadain extended for miles underground and ended up here directly below Montador. In the heart of the ruins, the deepest chamber that remained hidden for aeons is directly beneath us. Henry, based on what we read in the expedition journal in your office, I thought you must know. I just never thought... That's amazing, Professor! If you solve the puzzle of Akbadain, I believe that the hidden chambers will be revealed as they once were. As they once were? However, in order to do this, we need both masks, the Mask of Chaos and Mask of Order. Directly below Montador lay the heart of the ancient ruins of Akbadain, a vestige of once great Azeron civilization. The remnants found above ground were just a small part of that vast structure. Even I had no idea that Montador was built over the Akbadain ruins. It was quite an astounding discovery. So, the thing is, we knew the ruins were something strange, like it was no living quarters or something, like they were clearly like just traps to hide something, but like the treasure we found in the end, you know? Thought that was like the thing they tried to hide there, but maybe not. Thought I might find you in the eye of the storm. What's going on, Layton? Where's all the sand coming from? I'm sorry, there's no time to explain, Doddston, but you should know the town is in grave danger. I can see that. Is the masked gentleman at it again? See what happens, Henry. See what happens when you try to seek the police on me for your own gain. Doddston, listen to me. Randall's the masked gentleman. Randall? Seriously, have you finally lost it, or is the sand clouding your brain? It's true, Doddston. Randall's alive. Randall alive? But how? He's heading for the Gallery Plaza. We have to stop him. Henry, wait. I'm going with you. But it's just to save the town, got it? I'll settle matters with you later. Now, let's look for the way into the ruins. According to the map, the markings should be around here. Right, let's split up and find it as fast as we can. Alright. Here's one very obvious thing. I knew where they were, so it makes it easier. Hey, over here. Look, that's just a manhole cover. Oh wait, look at this pattern. Yes, open it up. Hold on, so what's this strange... How was it there the whole time and nobody was like, oh yeah, like when they built the city where they're just like, oh, there's a manhole there, how convenient, even though we didn't dig up any of the canalization yet. Or something. Like, what the heck? Each of these stone tabs has 2 arrows on it to open a manhole. You must find the board with, fill the board with slabs so that all 4 rows, all 4 columns and both diagonals contain one of each direction arrow. Some of the slabs are already firmly fixed in place. Okay, so we're playing Sudoku. Yeah, I see. We're playing mean Sudoku. It must be this one, because there's already one of these here. And we need one that goes up and down there, and there can only be one that's like this. But then we need one like right here, so whatever that is, it must be one that goes down the other way. So this one. This one is way too easy feeling. Is it just because I play too much Sudoku, or is it actually that easy? Like that? And then we need the left facing one there? Ah, I see. That's where the trouble begins. Okay. Those face the same way. So I wonder if... That's just a switched version of the one we just had. So... we need an up and a sideways. And then we need a left and right. Like that. Okay, where's the mistake? Up and down, left and right. 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 Left, right, down, up. Down, up, left, right. Left, right, up, down. Is this not right? Where's my mistake? There must be a mistake somewhere. Shifty Stone Sloth has 2 arrows on it. To open the menu, you must fill the board with stuff so that all 4 rows of 4 columns and both diagonals. Both diagonals, okay, never mind. That's up, up, down, left, so that one cannot be. That one is down, left, left. Are these 2 switched? Is that what it is? Yep, okay. Well, there we go. That was easy.
Don't keep me in suspense.
The diagonals were the thing I missed. Okay.
There's no puzzle without a solution.
We opened the ruins, huh? Now let's see what's beneath that manhole. Alright, let's go. But what are you planning to do without the Mask of Chaos, Ursula? I have it right here. What? How? I found it at the reunion, and of course, the true Mask of Chaos hidden in the archive, just as you left it. I beg your pardon? Angela hid the mask, Professor? I'll explain later. We need to act fast if we are to save the town. But what are you planning to do? Yes, even if we have the Mask of Chaos, we still need the Mask of Order, don't we? Not to worry, Luke. I know exactly where that is. Come, Angela, we need your help. Okay, hold on. She doesn't know what he said just now. Does that mean... Is she the real Angela? Like, that seems iffy. We had so many Professor Laytons where people have been swapped. What is this? This is the final chamber of Aquitaine, the one that Randall and I never found on our expedition. So it was here all along. And to solve this room puzzle we need both masks. Didn't you say you knew where to find the Mask of Order? Indeed, I will show you. The engraving is the same message that Randall deciphered on a stone tablet years ago. Only the bearers of chaos and order may reveal our legacy. It's always the 2 halves that makes the whole. You see those pedestals over there? One mask must be placed on each to trigger the mechanism. With that we can unlock the secret to Aquitaine and save Montador. Hedger, stop speaking in riddles. Where's the Mask of Order? You assumed that Henry found the Mask of Order with the treasure and that he had been hiding it all along. Assumptions are dangerous things. Consider the messages again. It's always the 2 halves that make the whole. 2 halves? No, surely not. The mask is literally 2 masks, huh? And nobody ever fiddled with it and found, hey, that thing turns? Also, the one thing that concerns me is the stone patterns make it look like there would be mummies again. Oh, look at that! 2 masks.
When we are united, the bearers of chaos and order shall come. The Mask of Order has been right here all this time.
I wonder how they unlocked if they don't overlap directly. Yes, there must have been a mechanism that kept it sturdy enough. And another riddle, of course. See the lines on the ground? I bet they're included in this. It was so simple all along. Now, Angela, I need you to help me solve the final puzzle of Aquitaine and save Montador. Yes, Ursula, of course. Why is he asking her specifically? Oh no, 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 no. It's symbols again. Wind up chamber. 4 mysterious pillars have risen up. The ruins mechanism will activate when the arrows each pillar point to the center. However, the pillars will only turn if Layton and Angel step on opposing buttons at the same time. When you have Layton press a button, Angel will press the other opposite. Also, the one opposite. Also keep in mind that they won't be able to press the same button twice in a row. Okay. Ah, I see. Was not the one I meant to press, but I... This one is only over with the top or left hand side, so they need to line up. And then the top and the bottom need to turn both twice, but we don't have it lined up to where it can turn twice. Okay. I see, I see. So the only way to turn that is that. The only way to turn that one is either with that or with that. And then we have the problem that we move each of them once. So this one would only move them once, which wouldn't work, because we cannot click on it again. Okay, that means the last turn must be this one again, so let's start on this one. Then we can do another turn and then this one again. Can, for example, turn this one with this one. And then we need 2 more, which means we need not this one, but this one. And then we need to turn this with this. And then these 2 are out of order again. Damn it. Hold on, if we get them here, then the next turn this switch again, we might have it. So, let's see. This one with this one. And this one with this one. And then this. Damn, got it. Okay.
Now how about this?
Hey, we get her screen for once.
Disappear.
That's lovely. Solve the riddle of the heart of Aquadine, but will it be enough to save the city? That's a good question. Let's see what happens. Also, let's enjoy the beautiful music. I'm sure that's not gonna hurt any people either, and I'm sure that's perfectly like following the road lines and not destroying any houses, but hey. You know, whatever.
What is happening?
Behold, Randall, the secret of the Azra.
Okay, how did they get out
it.
there?
While you were busy seeking revenge. This ends
Okay, fine.
here.
Whatever. He's at the plaza, right? Why the heck are they there? That's fine. The Mask of Order and the Mask of Chaos are in fact two halves of the same artifact, which can be separated at will. Far from counteracting each other, they gain power only when used together. The masks were never two separate entities, but one and the same. They belonged together from the start. But, yeah, okay, fair. The City of Miracles, Epilogue. So we didn't get in the other games we got a hey, go back and find the riddles kind of thing sometimes. In this one we just, I guess, have to go back after we finish the game. Go on, Professor, you should talk to Randall. Of course, I have much to say to him. Can we actually... If I could just have a moment, I must talk to Randall. Yeah, stupid game. Indeed, it doesn't let us out. I have to talk to Randall and tell him the truth. Yeah, I know I will not be able to save the game. Let me solve the riddles beforehand, but no.
What was that? What happened?
I guess after this.
Amazing.
Is everyone okay?
This is the true treasure of the Osran. The riddle we could not have solved 18 years ago, Randall. We were distracted by tales of fortune, while the most valuable archaeological find lay elsewhere all along.
You did it. You solved the puzzle of Akbadain. Spectacular. I must hand it to you, Herschel.
Yeah, him, not you.
There is no puzzle without a solution. You taught me that, Randall.
And he also found the
Archaeology was
healing
nothing more than a passing
gardens,
fancy.
but sure.
And still you unearthed all of this. Incredible.
I had some help.
Your skill has magnified my own faults. Even in revenge, I am a failure.
Innocent. The important thing is that you're with us now.
Master Randall.
Please listen to him.
Stay away from me! You stole everything from me!
He
Everything!
didn't.
That's
Didn't.
not true.
Let him talk.
You still don't see? Henry took nothing from you, Randall. You were used.
Question is by
Used?
whom?
What are you talking about?
Everything you were told in those letters was a lie.
What do you mean?
The police thought there was someone behind the masked gentleman.
There was.
They were right. Randall here was merely a puppet. There was someone behind the mask, pulling the strings all along. And that person is you!
I knew it!
I wish I could say it's been a pleasure. Descolet.
Him again, huh? Why does he hide his hat?
Well played.
But yeah, my favorite character, Descolet.
Where's Angela?
My favorite mastermind behind, like, all evil here.
I found Angela trapped in a room at the Reunion Inn.
Where is she now?
Right here.
Oh, wow. How did she get the voice right?
I asked her to wear
I
a
also
costume.
love this
while we
Gaulay's
played
theme
Descolet's
music,
little
it's so
game.
beautiful.
I see. You pretended to be taken in by my Angela disguise until I helped you solve the riddle of Akbadain. You knew that
like-
you needed my help if you were to solve that final puzzle.
Of course.
Very good, Descolet.
I knew I never should have used this has-been bumpkin.
I can't believe what I've done.
You're pitiful, Ascot. I gave you back your life and you failed. And Layton, you must tell me. How did you know?
When I first arrived here, I spoke to the real Angela. But I definitely sensed a great unease within her. Angela had suspected Randall of being the masked gentleman all along. That was why she wrote me the letter. She was hoping that I would get to Randall before the police did.
Well,
She thought that if I confronted Randall, I might be able to get through to him.
also the pendant disappeared, but hey.
Yes, go on.
Despite our history, Angela wasn't sure what I would do if I discovered that Randall was the masked gentleman. But the next time I saw her, there was something different about her demeanor. Her unease had disappeared, and from that moment, I began to suspect Angela.
Damn.
Perhaps I was too eager.
You gave yourself away when you asked for the Mask of Order to solve the riddle of Okbadai.
Easy.
When I heard
'Cause-
of Henry's
'cause-
mask, I needed to find someone to play the masked gentleman.
Never did anybody mention the Mask of Order beforehand. Like, Angela wouldn't have cared for the Mask of Order at all. In any
I
way,
had to
shape, or form.
convince Henry of the power of the Mask of Chaos with our dark miracles. If Henry believed that the Mask of Order could counteract the powers of the masked gentleman, well then.
So he didn't know, like, Randall didn't know that it was all
Surely
tricks.
he would procure this mask rather than watch his dear city
What?
crumble. Yes?
But when he did not, you grew tired of waiting. You became Angela so that you could get closer to Henry. But Henry still wouldn't reveal the location of the Mask of Order.
Because he simply
He
didn't know.
couldn't, because he never had the Mask of Order in the first place.
Bravo, Layton. But I'm afraid all of the deductive reasoning in the world won't change the fact that I've already won. You've actually done my work for me.
What do you mean?
This has been a pleasure. Many thanks, Layton. Until next time.
At some point, Angela was replaced by Descalay in disguise, taking over her identity almost seamlessly. He hoped to manipulate Henry into revealing the Mask of Order. Descalay was clever, but he failed to understand the real nature of Henry and Angela's relationship.
All that time, he was using me? I feel like such a fool.
Oh, Randall,
Angela,
I can hardly believe it. I've been waiting so long for your return.
how dare you? You never waited for me. You married Henry.
It's not...
Traitors! After everything I've done for you, Henry, you betray me like this? You stole my ideas and my research. And if that wasn't enough,
Stop throwing,
my love.
stop
You couldn't
throwing
be more wrong.
accusations. Listen to them.
Henry has been preparing. Preparing for the day you would return home.
When I would return. What does that mean?
Randall, you should know the truth about Montedor.
We have something to tell you. Now, just leave me alone, all of you!
Just listen.
Randall,
Mad.
when you disappeared, we didn't know if you'd ever return. We were destroyed, all of us. Your parents took it especially hard, of course. Their businesses failed, and the Ascot house fell into disrepair. All that time, Henry risked his life as he searched for you down in those ruins, but to no avail. In a strange twist of fate, he found the Azran treasure you were searching for all those years ago. Henry supported your parents with his newfound wealth, but he could not truly replace what they had lost. So he did what he could. He worked hard to build Montedor, and he cared for your parents as if they were his own.
You... Henry, is this true?
The sad thing is that his father never
stopped
found
searching for you.
that he's
always
still alive.
believed
His
that you would
mother
return someday.
will, but his father died before.
He spent a fortune sending search parties down into those awful ruins. He built the Reunion Inn so that they would have a base near the ruins.
See, it's the right roundhouse. I knew it.
The Reunion Inn?
I believe that was the first building established here in Montedor. Out here, in the middle of nowhere, the Reunion Inn thrived. That was quite a miracle, if you ask me, but not one without a rational explanation behind it.
And what was that?
Henry announced several rewards for anyone who could find the man named Randall. These rewards were so large that word spread quickly, and the Reunion Inn became a popular haunt. From there, the town prospered. Hotels and shops cropped up everywhere. A thriving city bloomed here in the desert. And Monte d'Or became the city we know today.
And just like 18 years, so how long it was?
I can't believe it.
Which is pretty impressive.
One might say that Monte d'Or is built around the idea of your return, Randall.
My return?
That's why it's called the
And that
Reunion
is
Inn.
the true miracle behind the city of Monte d'Or.
They wanted that they all could reunite in the inn, you know?
I don't know what to say.
Randall, it appeared as if Henry had stolen your family and your fortune. Nothing could be further from the truth. In fact, he spent his entire life preserving all that was yours.
But Angela...
See, she has the necklace still. So that was Descalay already.
Is that my...
Randall, my marriage to Henry wasn't real.
What?
After I lost you, Randall, I didn't know how to go on. My parents kept pressing me to get married. They wanted me to marry the richest man in town, Alphonse Dalston. I had given up so completely by that time that I probably would have agreed just so that they would leave me alone. But then Henry asked me. I'll never forget it. He said, "Will you wait for Master Randall with me?" Henry
Cute.
always believed you would come back.
So
You
cute.
helped me believe too. So we agreed to pretend to be married until the day you returned, Randall.
Sorry to say, but like, their emotions are impressive, but then you have this freaking emote face there in the background.
Henry
Ah.
vowed that he would protect and preserve everything of yours.
It's always so funny if you just look at his face.
Henry never took anything from you. He protected everything for you.
Look, it's his mom.
Can it be?
Mm-hmm.
Randall?
Well, look at who it is. Also, how did he know to bring her here? That's weird.
Mother! Can it be?
Randall! Oh, if it wasn't for Henry, I don't know what would have happened to me. He took such good care of me, Randall.
I understand. Oh, Mother. I thought I'd never see you again.
Randall, I believe this is yours. This document is proof of ownership for all properties attributed to the Lador family. It reveals that the Lador family fortune is in fact fully owned by a third party.
And who could that third party be?
Party?
Yeah.
All of the land and money attributed to the Ladors is actually in the name of Randall Ascot.
Damn. From rags
How
to
can this be?
riches. But he also did something terrible to the city, so that doesn't help much.
Henry created a replica of the Mask of Chaos, but not to steal the glory that ought to have been yours. It was the symbol of Monte d'Or, a beacon that would draw your attention wherever you were. Henry assumed you would seek out someone claiming to have the Mask of Chaos when you came back. His assumption was correct, but when the masked gentleman appeared, it was clear the police would come asking questions. Angela acted fast. She knew that if the police investigated Henry's mask, they would discover it was a fake. So she hid the mask and claimed it had been stolen in order to preserve the symbol of Monte d'Or's prosperity.
And also to keep Henry's beacon alive.
So he never found the original mask.
I still feel that Henry has taken something from you.
He's just made his own.
What have I done?
You weren't yourself. And now that you are, and back here with us, everything is going to be okay.
Sorry, but he made,
Henry.
even though it wasn't like him being the mastermind, he still ruined the city, endangered many, many lives. Like, if it was the previous miracles, like, they didn't really endanger too many people at all, but this one did, the last one. So, sorry to say, but he's gonna be behind the bars for a long time, likely.
This was the true miracle all along.
Mm-hmm. Some 18 years ago, Henry offered a hefty reward for Randall's return, attracting entrepreneurs and fortune seekers from all parts of the parts to the reunion, and many stayed and set up businesses, and the little settlement grew into a full-blown city. Thus it could be said that Montador was built upon Henry's devotion to his friend. It seems that Montador owes his full existence to the prize money Henry offered to find Randall. Henry's devotion to maintaining and expanding his estate in Montador lay in his desire to have everything perfect for Randall's eventual return. Henry truly believed that Randall would return and wanted nothing more than to safeguard everything that he cared for.
What is this?
An aftershock!
Here we go again. I'm having a little bit of a
Herschel.
déjà vu.
I let you down.
Okay, and here they have it again.
No, give me your other hand. You can let me go now, Herschel.
Randall! You must just give me your other hand, Randall!
We've been here in
can't.
this place
I've
before.
betrayed so many people. I'll never forgive myself. I don't deserve to live. Let me go.
How stupid can you be? Come on, you found your friends again and they're happy to have you back. How can you...
Randall, I can't!
How can you say that? Like, people are gonna fight for you. So forget about all that.
After all these years, there's no way I'm letting you get away from us that easily.
Henry.
Yep. You have to live with your guilt, and hey. You know, that's what you get for not talking with the people, but just following your own beliefs instead of hearing their side of the story. Talking, especially in a friendship, is very important.
I'm so ashamed of
Because
what
not
I've
doing
done.
that can ruin
And
everything.
I don't deserve your kindness or your forgiveness. But why? Why would you do all this for me?
Because you're friends.
Master Randall, do you really not know? You've always looked out for me.
That's young Master Randall's toy, not yours. You remember your place. Give that back this instant. Honestly, Henry, I don't know what you're thinking. Is this how you were taught? Are you some sort of common thief? I have half a mind to report you to the Master.
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. I just wanted to play with it.
Oh, hello. Sorry to disturb you, young Master Randall.
Why did you take Henry's toy?
Huh? Young Master Randall, I think you're mistaken. This is yours.
No, this is the robot that I gave to Henry. Now then, if you'll excuse us, I have half a mind to report you to the Master.
Oh, right.
Same retort that she gave. How dare she?
Master Randall, can you please forgive me for playing with your toy? Henry, it's yours now. But it's your favorite. Well, now it's your favorite. How many toys does one boy need, anyway? Come on, we're going on an adventure today. Thank you, Master Randall. I promise to take care of it and always treasure it.
And he did.
Let's find
In
some
the
more treasure.
cutest way.
What do you say?
You taught me something invaluable that day, Master Randall,
So cute.
and gave me something to treasure. You treated me not just as an equal, Randall, but also as a brother. And that has always meant more to me than any amount of riches ever could. As the years went by, it became clear to me that our friendship was my most valuable treasure.
I'm speechless.
There's nothing more to say, Master Randall. We all knew you would return. We just didn't think you'd take so long.
Henry. I'm so sorry.
No more apologies. Welcome home.
Welcome home.
I mean, the fact is Henry is the adopted son of the family. So they're not really brothers, but he always felt that way, which is so sweet. Look at the sun shining upon the totally not ruined and destroyed city, and totally with no deaths laying on the street and no issues, you know?
This was a picture-perfect ending. Everything seems to have turned out for the best.
Agreed.
But I still have lots of questions about the Azran civilization, Professor. I mean, how were they able to build all those structures that were below Montador?
Indeed. I was wondering that myself.
And that's where the next
Azran
game come
were
in.
much more advanced than I'd suspected.
Who were the Azran?
Good question.
But Professor, Henry turned out to be an amazing person. He waited so long for his friend to return home, and everything he built was for Randall. It was all quite miraculous.
The greatest achievement is often the one that is the most selfless.
What other city can claim that it was built on a foundation of loyalty and friendship?
None that I know of. Quite fitting. It truly is the City of Miracles.
So cute. But the thing about the Azran stuff is the game after this is literally called the Azran Legacy. So when we play that, which is not gonna be directly after, but we're gonna find out more about the Azras. Which, you know. So yeah, basically this story ties everything together. Like, to those who have watched the movie The Eternal Diva, which is, by the way, great anime movie of the series. It's amazingly made. So that's where the ruins of Harmony came in. And then the Hanging Gardens or the Healing Gardens was from the previous game, The Last Spectre, where we also for the first time met Descalay. So that was like the first time we got to know part of the Azras. The movie was, I think, published beforehand though, so technically it started with the movie, I think. Or was it after? Can't remember. It was either in between or before that. But yeah, basically like there is like one thread of this like entire story that pulls through everything, and this is the Azra civilization. Like in the other ones we didn't really have too many ancient ruins. It was always based on like, you know, character stories and stuff. Like talking about Pandora's box or the illusion box, depending on where you live, and like the unwound future and stuff like that. Like there was never like another civilization and much of like archaeology in that sense. But yeah, this is all based on like Layton's past, and he is a professor for archaeology on the Grasnello University, so you know it makes sense that they would turn like especially towards his past more towards the archaeological things that he is doing and achieving. And you know, considering that like this is the first time we actually heard properly about his past, like we know that I mean we know parts of his past, that's the thing. We know from Unwound Future, his story at university, we know that at university at some point he and Luke's father were the same or similar classes. So that must have happened, and then the Unwound Future stuff, but that was all university. We never heard about his childhood much until now, and you know, it ties everything beautifully together. Like that's one of the things that I really like about the Professor Layton stories. It's like kind of built up like like it's less of a game and more like an animated story, and the story is like having this like thread moving through it that's like tying everything together pretty well, talking about tying together, in like a beautiful way. And like the story is fitting so much in the animation cutscenes. They obviously tried a little bit to put like the 3D animated stuff in there. You still have the like normal cutscenes, the like animation style. But because this was the first 3DS game in that regard, they obviously had to make some 3D to like account for that, you know? And in 3D, actually, they look a bit better. So, you know, still, I think it's a gorgeous game. It's definitely one of my favorites. Like, I love the previous game great a lot, but this one is, like, rivaling it at all times. I think this is the game that I played most often, or replayed most often, with Last Spectre. And even then I don't remember half the riddles still, because there's so many. To be fair, it has been a while, but still. So beautiful. Look at Tannenbaum. He was always complaining about his hair, now he's finally getting a haircut. Also, wow, that's a lot of hair. Aww, look at the bunny! So he managed to finally go back to the circus. So yeah, we didn't fully train him, but again, you know, you can do these mini games in your own time, and I think they're like worth it if you want to continue and like solve all these riddles and stuff, but yeah, the story is also like, you don't have to play them or anything. The story is also totally worth it. And look at that, they're all together happily, and Layton can finally show him all his things. Because like, Randall was the one that brought Layton into the field of archaeology and his love for archaeology. Like, you know, he found that he's quite good at it with Randall, even though he never really cared for it when he was a child or a teenager. And then later he did. So cute. So yeah, it's all over, except for like the hundreds of dead people on the streets that we're gonna ignore. That totally didn't happen. It's a very cute and beautiful and wholesome story. But there's a cutscene.
So
I was
then
waiting
it has
for
come
this.
to pass, and we shall see if the Azran were worth my trouble. I have sacrificed everything for this moment. Master, you've done it.
Look at
Behold,
this.
the infinite vault of Akbardine. It's quite beautiful, wouldn't you say?
It is. And I have to say, I like the... Yep, those are tanks. That's not concerning at all. Oh my goodness.
Hold your ground.
That is amazing, holy shit. There he is! I was wondering where the two of them were.
This site is now controlled by Targent, and we can't have you two blabbing about what you've seen.
Do we go quietly? These cowards are not in charge here. You are not recognized as any type of authority. And you disgust me with your demented worldview. I will not let you steal that which I have earned.
Casually running through bullets like that, I'm sure he can do that. Damn. That scarf looks fluffy.
Descale. Oh, Descale.
You cannot do this. You have no right.
Au contraire, my boy. Actually, I have every right. Now, let's just have a look. He's of no concern. Forget him. Secure the last of the Azran ruins. Years of work. Well worth it. Well worth it.
He was searching
Tallery's Garden of Healing.
for all of these for a long time.
Ambrosia, the City of Harmony. And now, the Infinite Vault of Akbardine. We finally have all three of the great legacies. And when I'm finished, the power of the Azran civilization shall be ours.
And how that turns out, we will find out in the next game, because they obviously left us on a great cliffhanger. Who is that guy? What does the organization want? Why is Descale so after these things? And against Layton, and does everything he can. And, you know, what is the secret of the Azran? What is the Azran legacy? And the most like painful thing, honestly, when I was younger, was to wait for the next game to come out after this one. Because I played it immediately, I got my hands on it when it was released, because even as a child, I loved the Professor Layton series so much that as soon as it was announced, I bought it. Which, that was a lot of pocket money, but like, being left on this cliffhanger was the worst. But I'm gonna leave you hanging at this cliffhanger also. because the next game we're gonna play is actually gonna be Chants of Sennaar, which is also a riddle-based game, but quite different. So yeah, very cute story indeed, but also very interesting cliffhanger. It looks like it is like a secret organization that looks for the Asrans and wants their technology or the means of whatever it looks. So yeah, we're gonna find out more about all that in the technically last game story-wise of the series. Yeah, whatever. I just wanted to look if there's more riddles in the... So now we can actually leave, and now the people are like normal. Pardon, my friends, today it is I who seek you. I am glad to find you safe from the sand. Thank you, it's good to see you safe as well, Aldous. Oh, capital gentleman, your concern for my well-being is lovingly appreciated. The only damage was sand in my mustache. I fear the sand will quickly swallow our precious town up, but no. It rose like a blooming flower and disaster was averted. Now tell me, my friends, what is this, if not a true miracle? Yeah, especially since apparently nobody died in the chaos. You can say that again? Rats, I didn't take any pictures. Should I pose for the young lady, the ordinary man survivor of calamities, witness to miraculous happenings? Alas, no, I forgot my purpose here. There is one last tidbit of information I must give you. What is it, Aldous? Now, are you giving me your full attention? Touch the writing desk in your hotel room and we will be transported to Stansbury. Okay. Blah blah blah, I see, so we can go back and check for anything we might have left undone. Precisely, my friend, you're truly a gentleman of great So long, my friends, until we meet again. Let's try that when we get back to the Camelton. Yeah, no, we're not gonna try that, whatever, it's very unimportant. But yeah, either way, next game is gonna be Chants of Sennaar, and then we shall see what people voted for as the next game after. I may actually play the next game in the Mystery Dungeon series, which is Time and Darkness, which is honestly amazing. Or we will play another random other game that's not Nintendo, maybe? We shall see, it depends. But, or we shall continue with our Zelda stuff. Honestly, I think Zelda is actually also working out quite well, because that's would be Ocarina of Time. We shall see, it depends on what people voted on and stuff. And yeah, by the end of it, like, hopefully before, like, the thing is, they haven't announced the new Professor Layton game yet. And, okay, we don't have any puzzles, that's fine. And the reason why I'm mentioning that is because, the Switch announcement is in, was it March or May? I think or was it April somewhere? I think it may have been April somewhere. And that's the Switch 2 announcement, so that's gonna be the next Nintendo Direct. And even though it's the announcement for the Switch 2, it doesn't mean that they don't have games there, like, so hopefully we're gonna get the release date there, or maybe the release. So until then, I want to finish at least the main series, and what I mean with the main series is all the games we played so far plus Azure Legacy, because the other games we have in the series, like Cadriel Layton's Mystery Journey, that's based on the anime, that's not, like, too much story relevant to the main series. Although, for it to be story relevant, you can watch the anime, which is... It's very cute, it's very calm. So, actually, decent anime to watch, but it's like totally different vibe-wise from the Professor Layton stuff, but there's like one part of the story that involves Professor Layton himself. So, that's like a different arc of his stories that's known. But yeah, it's not like necessary for any of the other story stuff. And the same goes with the crossover we have between Phoenix Wright and Professor Layton. It's an amazing game. I love it. But it doesn't have too much to do with story. So basically we're at the second to last game of the main story. And the game that should come out as new game, the New Age of Steam, is basically supposed to play after The Unknown Future. So for those who remember, The Unknown Future ends with Luke and his parents leave him for America. They later come back, but that's a different story. Or he later comes back. Which is, by the way, part also of the story for how Catriel Layton's story came to be, but that's again in the anime. But like, technically, time-wise, Unborn Future is the like last time they played together, you know, so, or the last time they solved the riddle together, and then after Luke goes to America with his parents, and that's apparently where he calls Layton over for the mystery that is the new World of Steam, and that's gonna be the game we're gonna have to, you know, see and wait for. So technically, like things like the Curious Village where he meets Luke. Sorry, that's not the Curious Village, it's the Last Spectre, where he meets Luke, then going on to technically meeting Flora in the Curious Village, there we go. So Last Spectre, Curious Village, then they already go together on travels in the Diabolical Box, there we go, brain not braining. And then we have follow up technically this game. And the following game, the Azra Legacy, and then the last game of like the chronological order would be the Unborn Future. So like, and then afterwards the New Age of Steam comes in. So yeah, I want to kind of, as I said, play the Azra Legacy before that. So we see probably in a month or so, but I don't want to like overcrowd and go back to back on these games, because I think it's more fun to like break it up. Either way, let's see who's raidable. And yeah, again, I love this game, and I love the other game. Like, they actually run really smooth. This game also, it runs really smooth for being on the 3DS. Of course, the only like thing that happens sometimes is that you have the weird thing of like, oh hey, there's the asset screen when you wanna tab in riddle solutions, like. But I know that was in the like original game files too, that issue. But it doesn't cause any performance issues, you just have to click out and in again. But yeah, like else it's a really smooth working game, and it's really beautiful. Would recommend if you haven't like missed part of it, or in general if you have never played any of the Professor Layton games, I would recommend to play the series. I would not necessarily always start... Damn it, of course, they are ending the stream right as I thought. Hey, I can rate them. Okay, let's go with them then. But basically, like would recommend to maybe not start out by time of release, because then that would be Curious Village, and that game has some major flaws in how it works and may actually deter people from playing the whole series. But I would actually go with the order of how the story is based, so the chronological time-wise order. But yeah, I would definitely recommend people play that. I think like it like really was going under in the US for some reason. Like Europe and especially Japan loved the Professor Layton series because they were amazing. Like Phoenix Wright also, of course, they're also amazing, like the Ace Attorney series, but that one kind of made it more to America. For some reason, Professor Layton, even though the games were ported, never became that big there. And it's such a shame, because it's such a great series, and such a beautiful series at that, with, you know, kind of more of like an animated, like, riddle novel style. And I would wish they would make a manga out of all this. But they don't really. But hey, we got a movie that's amazing, and we got all the other games, and even a new game. I didn't expect after Azra Legacy that we would get another game. I thought like, hey, they would put in the Catriel Mysteries journey as like a continuation to like kind of end the story, but no. And I love that. I honestly love that. I think that's amazing. But yeah, let's raid out to, where are they? Blacksmithing is... Huh? There. Are they still working on it? That's a question. Okay, they actually have a hype train going on, so let's view that. But yeah, we're gonna rate out to Designed by Joe, who is making a lot of like blacksmithing and goldsmithing, not blacksmithing, goldsmithing and pendant work and stuff. Hello? Can I not rate? Nope, I can't rate them. Okay, great. Let's rate... Damn it. Okay, let's find a new person to rate. Damn! I guess the overtime really screwed us here. Can I please... Thank you. Okay. We only have one other person that actually is playing a Professor Layton game, and it's the Diabolical Box. So, I guess... let's rate them out. Oh, cute, they have a tiger onesie on, that's cute. I mean, they're called the Tiger. Let's rate them, if we can. Where's the... Come on, let me find them. The odds are against me rating out today. But yeah, on first day, we're gonna actually continue with, and maybe, hopefully, at least finish it enough with the greenhouse box. So I'm really looking forward to that diorama. And then on next Sunday, we're gonna start with Chants of Sonar. Again, it's a riddle-based box, but it's... I would compare it more to like Eerie in like terms of how the riddles work, so like environmental riddles and stuff. But like the art style is completely different, and I wanted to play for a long time. I had it in my list for a long time, but there's always so many games that come in between. But yeah, we're gonna go from one to another riddle-based game, so Chants of Sonar it is. And we shall see what we play after that. Again, I will decide after we finish Chants of Sonar, but I know it will take a little bit of time to finish. But yeah, beautiful game, looking forward to actually playing it myself, because I only ever watched people play it. And only in parts, like I don't remember the riddles at all anymore, but yeah. But yeah, that's that, and I hope you all will have a lovely Wednesday and a lovely first day, and I hope to see you all back for the crafting, or for Chants of Sonar. And again, as I mentioned before, the Professor Layton series is great. If you have like found at least a little bit of interest in it, make sure to check out the games or the anime movie. They're all great. I love them so much, and I think they deserve being like shown to the world a bit more and spread. But yeah, have a good evening, y'all, and we shall see how the person is we're gonna rate. New person to discover.